Okay, so who was Walt Whitman? Walt Whitman was a person who always believed that there is a relationship between society and a human being. Okay, he always thought that there is a vital or important relationship between the poet and society. Okay, then he was also called as the father of free verse. He was also called as the father of free verse. Now, with the free verse, what is free verse? Can you tell me what is free verse?
Poem without rhythm.
Poem with?
Without
Ma'am, it doesn't need any rhyme.
Yeah, when there is no particular structure, when there is no poetic structure, it is called as free verse. There is no rhyming scheme, there is no structure at all. So
Ma'am,
Walt
blank
Whitman
verse
was,
is the same.
sorry?
Blank verse and free verse is the same thing.
Yes, yes, there's slight difference, but blank verse is also when there is no poetic structure at all. Okay, so now Walt Whitman wrote a couple of poems, okay, and he clubbed it together and he named it as Leaves of Grass. He named it as Leaves of Grass. Okay, so the voice of the rain was a part of the leaves of the grass. Okay, that's it about the poet. Now let's study the poems. Keep the water cycle in your mind. Okay, very important for the poem. Okay, okay. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea. Now tell me the meaning of and who art thou? What does this line mean?
Who are you?
Who are you? Very good. Who art thou is who are you? So now here the poet is asking the rain. The poet is asking the rain, who are you? Okay. The soft falling shower, soft falling shower is the light rain or the rain itself. Okay. So the poet asks the rain, who are you? Which strange to tell. Why is it strange to tell? Why is it strange to tell?
Ma'am, because it doesn't answer. Rain doesn't answer.
Yeah, because rain doesn't answer, and here rain is answering, so that's why it's strange. Okay, which strange to tell gave me an answer. Okay, so now the rain is answering to the poet, and then the poet translates it for us. So the poem is saying, the rain is saying, I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Okay. The rain said that I am the poem of earth. Now, why does he say that I am the poem of earth? That we'll read it in the further lines. Eternal I rise, impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea. Now, again, the water cycle. Here is the land. Just imagine that there's a land or the sea, anything that you can imagine. Okay? So what happens that the water goes upwards and make it into clouds. This process we call it as
Evaporation.
very good, very good. This process we call it as evaporation. Now what happens is that water from the land goes upward. Okay? Now this line, eternal I rise. Eternal because it is because the water cycle is taking place continuously. It doesn't stop at all. Clear? It doesn't stop at all. That's why it's called eternal. Now, eternal I write impalpable. Impalpable is which you cannot touch. Now, just imagine that you go to the in front of an ocean to go to see the ocean or to go to see the sea. Okay, can you see the water actually going upwards towards the sky? Can you
No,
actually see
ma'am.
the evaporation happening? No, you cannot see that.
Yeah.
Why? Because the water goes upwards in the form of vapor. Okay, so that's why it says that I rise impalpable, that you cannot touch me. Out of the land, out of the land, and the bottomless sea. Now, bottomless sea. Now, the sea, is the sea actually bottomless? So the sea doesn't have any kind of bottom. It does have the bottom,
Yes,
yeah?
ma'am.
Why do we?
She has
Yeah,
bottom.
very good. Why do we say bottomless? Because of the depth of the sea. Because of the depth of the sea, we say it that it is bottomless. Okay, it is exaggeration. It is exaggeration. You will not take this as the literal form. It is exaggeration. Just a quick question. What is the poetic device that is used for exaggeration and which is not to be taken literally?
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
Sorry, hyperbole. Very good.
Hyperbole.
Yeah. So bottomless, and it is also there is one quote that it is said that money is also the bottomless sea. It's a quote. Okay. So bottomless sea is which you don't take it as a literal form, it is exaggeration. Okay. So the water rises from the land and the bottomless sea. Now, upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. Now, upward to heaven, this is clear. Upward to heaven, it goes upwards. Yeah. Upward to heaven, whence. Whence is where. Where. Okay, whence is where. Where vaguely formed, altogether changed. So now it is saying that the rain is saying that I changed my form altogether. I changed my form entirely. Okay. Vaguely, you cannot see that. You cannot see vapor. Okay. So the rain says that I changed my form altogether, but I remain the same. Okay. The rain is saying that although I changed my form, I am still the same. Okay. Because the rain is saying, the water is saying it has just changed its form to vapor. Then,
And what is the meaning of whence?
sorry,
Whence in the same line.
where,
Upward.
where, where. Where. The poet, the rain is saying, where I changed my form. Upwards to heaven, where I changed my form. Okay. Now, I descend to leave the drought, atomies, dust layers of the globe. Now, this evaporation is clear. Okay, now come to the another part of the water cycle. Now what happens is that the rain starts falling down in the form of precipitation. Yeah, the rain starts to come down. Descend means to come down. Descend means to come down. Okay, the rain starts to come down. Lave means wash. Okay, the rain washes away the drought. Okay, the rain washes away the drought, and it also removes all the dust particles from the land. Okay, it also removes all the dust particles from the land. So now the rain comes down. Okay, the rain comes down, it washes away the drought, and it also removes the dust particles from the land, and all that in them without me was seeds only, latent, unborn. Now just imagine another land, okay, and there are seeds, okay. Now the seeds has to grow into a plant or a tree. How does that happen? By giving it water. Water is necessary, obviously. So the rain says that without me, the seeds are unborn. The seeds are dead. Okay, there is no meaning to seeds. I come and I give life to seeds. Okay, he says that I give life to seeds. Clear? Is that clear? Till now, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And forever by day and night, I give back life to my own origin. Okay? And make pure and beautify it. Now, and forever by day and night, because the water cycle is continuously happening. I give back life to my own origin. Now, here in the entire water cycle, the origin of the rain is the earth. The origin of the rain is the earth, not the sky. The origin of the rain is the earth, because the rain is going upwards from the land. It is coming from the land and it is going back to its origin. It is going back to the land. Clear? So here the origin of the rain is the earth. So he says, I give back life to my origin. That means that I give life, as we also discussed before, the importance of rain, right? We discussed that. So the rain says that I give life, I give enrichment, I give care to my own origin. Here I give life to earth. And make pure and beautify it. I purify the land, I beautify the land. Okay. Now, very important next line. For song, issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. Now, what does this mean? Hold on a second. Just a second. Okay. So, wrecked or unwrapped. So for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. Now, wrecked or unwrecked means cared or not. Right? The meaning cared or not. Okay. Now, here the brackets. Why is it in bracket? Okay. Now understand this very carefully. Why is it in brackets? See, the poet, these are lines in the bracket because these are the thoughts of the poet. Before whatever we were reading, those were the basically the dialogues from the poem from the rain. But in the bracket, these lines are the thoughts of the poet. Clear? Is it clear? Okay. So now the poet says, now the poet is comparing song or music or poem to rain. Okay. The poet is comparing song, music or poem to rain. Okay. Now how is it comparing? Now, now you know the water cycle. Yeah. Now you are clear with it that the rain comes from its origin, comes from the land and goes back to its origin. Okay. And in between it does all the work. It gives life to seeds. It removes the dust particles. It does all of the work and then it goes back to its origin. Clear? Now, same way is the song. Okay. Same way is the song. Now, what happens with the song? It comes from its birthplace. It comes from its birthplaces. It comes from the heart of the singer or heart of the poet. Okay. Let's just take an example and understand. For example, I am writing a poem. Okay. I wrote a poem and that poem came from my heart. Clear? That poem came from my heart. I wrote the poem and I published it. Clear? I published it. I released it to the world. Okay. I released it to the world. Now, what happened? What happened is that when I released it to the world, that was accepted or was not accepted by the people. Some people loved it, they appreciated it, or some people criticized it. They just hated the poem. Okay, it happens. After all that, the poem comes back to me with all the love. Okay, it will come back to me. Okay, I will not care about the appreciation, I will not care about the criticism. Okay, just an example that there is a song that is released, for example, okay, and you don't like the song at all, you just hate it, you can't listen to it. Okay, you say that I don't like the song, just don't, just don't play it in front of me. Okay, does the singer really care? Does the singer just, sit in the corner and cry? No, he doesn't. Okay, because that song is still, from his heart. Clear? So the song or the poem or the music comes from the heart of the artist. It does all the work in the world, okay? And it goes back to the artist. Clear? So that's why we have line for song issuing from its birthplace. It comes from its birthplace. After fulfillment, it fulfills all its duties. Wandering, it wanders into the world. Read or unread, it's scared or not. Okay, it's heard or not. Duly with love returns, and with love it returns back to its creator. Same way is the rain, it comes from its birthplace, it comes from its origin, does all the work in the earth, and then goes back to the earth. Clear? Now, like with rain, also like with water, we waste so much water. Water pollution is all of this is there. Now, the rain doesn't think now that human beings don't value me, so I will not work. I will just not rain on them or something like that. Okay, it just continues its work and it goes back to its origin. Now, that is the poem. That is the entire poem. Okay. Now, everyone, please take a minute. Okay, and read it. Take at least 3 to 4 minutes and read the poem very carefully. And if there's any doubt, any word, any line is not clear, please ask me. Everyone.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can you explain the line of that is and all that in them without me?
And
Were
all that in them without me were seeds only. That in them, in earth. Okay, when we say in them, the place where all the seeds are there, there, when we put the seeds, they were only like seeds only. There were no trees, no plants. Without me, they were just seeds. Okay, without me were seeds only. They were only seeds. There were no trees, no plants, nothing. Okay, I gave life to seeds. Because of me, there are trees and plants. Okay?
yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of the word whence?
Where? Where. Where it takes place. He says it upwards to heaven where I change my form.
Ma'am, what is atomies?
Atoms is tiny particles, tiny dust particles.
Ma'am, please explain this line, the lave of droughts. And I descend.
I descend to leave the droughts means that when I come down, descend means is to come down. Okay, so I come down and I wash the droughts away. Okay, the drought where, what is a drought? Tell me the meaning of drought, someone. Tell me the meaning of drought.
Ma'am, when the lands are turned into
The barren and there is no water. Na? What do you call it in Hindi also? It's all like dry and sukha. Yeah. Yeah. So the water comes and just washes away the drought. It just takes away the drought. It gives it water. It gives that part of the land which has been, dried out. It gives it water. And
Yes.
Atomies dust layers of the globe, basically it removes all the dust from the land, from the earth. Yeah, the rain is speaking to the poet. Bracket is the thoughts of the poet. Brackets are the thoughts of the poet. And before that, the entire poem, it is said by the rain, but translated by the poet. It's written here, na? As you're translated, I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. This, the voice of the rain is saying all of this, and the poet translated it for us. Okay? The thought, the brackets are the thoughts of the poet. Okay? And when it said that I am the poem of earth, now it has justified that. In the entire poem, the rain has justified why he said that he's the poem of the earth. It said that, yeah, that it has been compared to the poem or a song, that it goes back to its origin. Read it very carefully.
Ma'am, the line I am the poem of the earth is justified in the poem.
Yeah, it is justified because the rain has compared itself to the poem also. Okay, so the rain says that I am the poem of earth. Why? Because I come from earth and I go back into earth, basically, in short. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, his song is the poem.
Sorry?
Ma'am, his song is referred to the poem.
The bracket song, where it's written song for song. Yes, a
Yes, ma'am.
song is, it can be a song or a music or the poem. All three of them has the same characteristics when it comes to coming from the heart of the artist, coming from the heart of the poet, or coming from the heart of the singer or the musician. It goes back to its origin. So basically it has, all three of them has the same process. So you can understand it for as a song also, you can understand it as music also, you can understand it as a poem also. Let me know when you've read.
Ma'am, can you explain the line? I give back life to my own origin.
Yeah. So first of all, my own origin. Who's the origin of the rain? It's the earth itself. Yeah. So he says that I give back life. Okay. I came from the earth. Okay. The earth gave me life. Okay. And in return, I also gave life to earth. How did it give life to earth? It gave life to all the species, the plants, the trees, all of the things that rain does for the mankind or for the humanity or for the species. Okay, so it gives life, it gives care, enrichment to the earth. Okay, that's why it says that the rain says that I also give life to my origin, I also give life to earth.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम
Yes.
हम एक बार पोम की लास्ट लाइन एक बार फिर से समझा दो वो वाली
For song, for song
Yes.
issuing from its birthplace. Okay, for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. Okay, this is the line for song. Okay, now here we are talking about song or a poem or for a song, poem, or music. Okay, we are comparing all these three things to poem, to rain. Okay, now see what happens with a poem. What happens with a poem? There is a poet. Okay, there is a poet. He wrote a poem. Clear? He wrote a poem and then he published it. Okay, he published it. He released it to the world. Now, people will love that poem, people will hate that poem. Yeah, it happens with all of the art pieces that either it gets appreciation or it gets the criticism or both. Okay, so people will love it, people will hate it. Now, poem did its work. Okay, poem, was wandering into all the humanity and people loved it, people hated it, people read it, did not read it. Okay, then from all of that, after all of that, poem came back to its creator. Okay, the poem came back to its creator because at the end that poem is basically the child, you can say, of the poet. Clear? So whether it is loved or unloved, that will always come back to the creator. So for song issuing from its birthplace, it came from its birthplace after fulfillment, after fulfilling all its duties, wandering. Okay, wandering because it was wandering amongst the human beings, wrecked or unwrecked. Either it was cared or not cared, either people heard it, did not hear it, loved or unloved. Duly with love returns. It returns to the creator with love. Is it clear now?
Ma'am, birthplace for rain is earth, no?
Birthplace is the heart of the creator when it comes to song. When it comes to rain, the birthplace is the earth. Basically, there is a comparison between rain and the song. Both of them comes from its birthplace, comes from its creator, and then goes back to its creator, goes back to its origin. Any doubt now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Read it once. When it's done, please let me know. Right? Should we continue with the next thing? Poetic devices.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second. Okay, quickly give me the attendance first. Akansha.
Present, ma'am.
Second. Arav Grewal. Arav Sharma. Agnish.
Present, ma'am.
If you can identify the poetic devices.
Hyperbola.
Okay, one we discussed. Hyperbola. That is the bottomless sea. Next.
Metaphor.
Okay, very good. Where? Can you tell me the
Ma'am,
line?
where, ma'am, range to tell, ma'am, where there is comparison, that range.
Not strange to tell. There is a metaphor. Tell me the line.
Ma'am, second line.
What is the second line?
Ma'am, third line, I am poem of the earth.
Yeah, I am the poem of earth. I am the poem of earth. Next.
Ma'am, personification.
Very good. Very important poetic device, personification. Because why personification? Because the
Ma'am,
poet.
because rain is
Yeah.
personified in the whole poem.
Very good. The rain has been personified as the voice of the earth. Very good. It's the poem of the earth. Okay.
Ma'am,
One more.
antithesis in day and night.
Is it in the same line? Forever by day and night. Not exactly antithesis. Antithesis will be like, when there is one, it's together. For example, for one thing, we are using something to describe, and that description has two opposite things. Different day and night. Okay. So, like, one example of antithesis will be if I say there is a cold fire. Just an example. There's a cold fire. Okay, this will be antithesis, not day and night. Is this clear?
But
Ma'am,
ma'am,
imagery.
PDF you sent, there was an example which said man proposes, God disposes. Here the two words are not together, but it is still antithesis.
But still, see the description. See the description. We are taking two things to describe here. Not here we have used day separately and night separately. That the rain, the water cycle continues at day also, and the water cycle continues at night also. If I say that, I am working day and night, it will not be antithesis because I am working day separately and I'm working at night separately. Okay, so when we take one thing to describe a single thing, then it is antithesis. Here it has been taken as separately.
Ma'am, if there would be, ma'am, by day, night, then, ma'am, that would be.
That is still okay. That is okay. Okay. Now, one last poetic
Ma'am,
devices.
imagery.
And ma'am, in the altogether
Niche.
changed and yet the same. There, what will be there?
Altogether changed and yet the same. I don't think there's any poetic device here.
Ma'am, I'm asking, antithesis will be here or not?
Altogether changed and yet the same. I don't think so. I can't see antithesis here as well. Imagery was there. Yeah, soft falling short. Imagery is there. Let me see this. Altogether changed and yet the same.
Mom, can it be oxymoron day and night?
See, again, it is not to be taken as the same thing. It is two different things. Like I said, that if I am studying day and night, I'm studying it separately. So the water cycle is taking place day also and at night also. Altogether, this cannot be antithesis. Altogether, change and yet the same. It can be oxymoron. It can be
How
oxymoron.
can we differentiate in between antithesis and oxymoron?
Yeah, this is a very good question. Who can tell me the difference between antithesis and oxymoron? Try someone.
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
Tell me the difference between oxymoron and antithesis. Anyone, just try. Then I'll tell you the meaning.
Ma'am, oxymoron is used in two opposing terms.
Okay, we use two opposing terms. Okay. And antithesis? Okay.
Ma'am, in
See.
oxymoron, the two opposite words are put together.
Yeah,
Whereas it's
so
not like
oxymoron is basically there's a phrase. Okay, there is a phrase, and in this particular phrase, we use two opposing terms. Okay, for example, if I say beautifully ugly or bright darkness, so if I use two opposing terms in one phrase, that is oxymoron. But in antithesis, there is in one sentence structure. There is one complete sentence structure. In that sentence structure, we have two opposing ideas. The ideas are opposing, not the terms only. We have the opposing ideas. This is antithesis. Clear? So when we say that altogether changed and yet the same. So now in this phase, we have two opposing terms, changed and same. That's why it's opposing terms. For example, if there's a line, there's a quote also. Correct me if I'm wrong. United we stand, divided we fall. Hana? There's something like this, no? Correct me if I'm wrong. United we stand. Okay, divided we fall. Okay, so now this will be antithesis because in this complete sentence with a comma, there's a sentence. If it's a complete sentence, I have two different ideas. one idea is that if we stand together, we'll be united. The second idea is that if we fall, we'll be divided. Okay. So antithesis is this, and oxymoron is that we are using two opposing terms. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's it for the poetic devices. Okay, we'll continue this discussion tomorrow, and we'll also do the assignment and the question answers. Please read the poem at home, okay, and ask if there's any doubt tomorrow. Is that clear? Oxymoron and antithesis. So,
Yes, ma'am.
all together change and yet the same is oxymoron. Good. Find out more poetic devices if you can. There is one more. Find it out. Okay? Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay.
Ma'am,
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
ma'am,
Someone is asking? Yeah.
yes, ma'am, I have two doubts, ma'am. So,
Ask me quickly.
ma'am, as ma'am, the brackets are compared to the rain, ma'am, then
Yeah.
can you tell me the duties of the rain, ma'am? Are they enriching the earth?
The duties of the earth. Can you repeat the question?
The duties of the rain.
Yeah, duties of the rain. So when we say that in the bracket, these are the thoughts of the poet. Okay. So now here the poet is comparing song or the poem to the rain itself, right? Like the song fulfill its duties. Okay. Same way the rain is also fulfilling its duties.
Ma'am, what duty?
What we have discussed this before. What are the duties of rain?
The earth.
Yeah. What are the duties of rain to the earth?
And enriching the earth.
Enriching. It gives it life. It gives it care. It gives it enrichment. Yeah. So that are the duties of the rain towards the earth. Like as we discussed before, also the rain is a very significant aspect when it comes to earth. Okay, because without rain, without water, we cannot survive. Yeah, and even though, however we treat water, it still goes back to its origin. It still fulfill all its duties. Again, we can say that red or unread, the rain also with love returns to the earth. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Another doubt, Vanshika?
Ma'am, how does it wander?
How does it wander? The rain or the song? Or both?
Ma'am, rain.
So rain, how does it wander? So when rain falls down, it doesn't fall to only one place, right? It falls to the entire earth. Yeah, and every species or every living being make use of it. So it wanders among the earth. Okay, it wanders the entire globe. Rain doesn't stick to one place. It is for the entire globe. So that is how it wanders among the human beings or the species or the land. Clear?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So good everyone. Read it, read the poem, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.